Looking back on her 30 years of drug and alcohol abuse, the now sober Belinda opens up to me about where she thinks the problems began. Let's talk about the addiction and the depression and what do you think actually sparked your addiction with drugs and alcohol?
I think it went back to a lot of father issues I had with my father leaving and abuse. I mean, I didn't really realize how crucial that relationship is, really, between father and daughter, and
yeah, absolutely,
and how that really impacts a lot of your life and decisions and just your thinking patterns. I mean, validation through men, all that stuff. I mean, I always thought I got high because I like to get high and have a good time, but it was all, I think it all came from that. And from that came also not feeling I deserved good, not feeling good enough, never feeling good enough. But I think the father-daughter relationship is really important.
What about the success with the goes? Like, do you think that contributed at all to you self-medicating or whatever you
I think I would have ended up where I was no matter what I did in life. I just think what I did, and earning money enabled me to carry on for 30 years.
Yeah.
God. Think about what I could have bought with that money.
Right? Well, what do you say in retrospect? What do you think you could have bought now?
Oh, at least a couple houses, I'm sure. And the lifestyle that goes along with it's expensive too, believe me.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I have, a tendency to be obsessive compulsive, and I have it in my genes. So I think I would have been that way, been this to some degree.
Yes. Do you remember how you felt? Like, 'cause just reading this, I started feeling a little bit queasy just with the pace of the lifestyle and the traveling and the touring and the performing and then the partying and the not really sleeping. How did you even get through the days?
I think I was just running on adrenaline for years, honestly. I don't know how I did it. I think being younger too, I was able to do it. I have the constitution of a bull, so.
Your public persona was much, I think, different than you were when you were behind closed doors, right? So what kind of person would you, maybe in retrospect, what kind of person would you say you were away from the cameras?
God, I was really insecure, and especially I think after, I never really had a problem I never really thought about how much the way I looked. Certainly never weight until the media started making a big deal out of it. And that's, they had a problem with it, not me. And then, of course, after I went, embarked on my solo career, all of a sudden I'm photographing great and I look a certain way, and then there was always pressure from the record company to look a certain way. So I was just a bundle of insecurities, really. And because I hadn't taken care of the hole in the first time around, with the drugs, and then the food issues started coming into it, which that was a really painful thing to go through.
How bad did your eating disorder get? Like what?
Oh my God, it was, well, I mean, I would starve, and then I'd take a bite of a cookie one morning and I go, oh, just messed up my whole day. And then I would just start eating everything in sight and count calories as I went along. It was a really sick. And I'd get up to 5,000 or 6,000 calories. I count everything.
Wow.
Everything. That's a lot of food.
During all of this time, did you have, did your bandmates and girlfriends, your friends, family, did anyone try to intervene and kind of sit you down?
Oh, yeah.
Say, Belinda, what is going on here?
Well, I mean, many times through the years, people had tried to talk to me. And, I never really thought it was that bad. And, only afterwards, I heard from countless people that they were afraid I was going to die. And you don't really realize it until after. It's a disease of perception. My perception of myself was that I was okay. I was able to feed the dogs and get my nails done, so I was okay. And I'm not being funny or trying to be funny, but that was how I rationalized things. No one could say anything to me in the beginning. If they said don't do drugs, I'd want to go out and do them. I was so contrary. Watching all those anti-drug films just made me want to do it. Try it. It's just my personality. Yeah. So no, I think you have to experience this. I would say, and it's like a really stupid, naive thing to say, is just don't do drugs. And that's you can't say that to anybody.
Don't even start.
Yeah, I don't even start, because it usually ends up at the same place.
Up next.
And I'm really, really lucky to be with somebody like that really is very understanding, and it just works.
Belinda's husband sticks by her side, and the news that changed her family forever.
I was accepting from the minute he told me that, because I can not accept it, because he's my son, and I love him.